Hello there, Mrs. M's class. My name's Dom, and I'm your favourite teacher, Mrs. M's brother-in-law. And she's kindly asked me to be a guest star on one of her YouTube tutorials today. And of course I said yes, because I love Mrs. M. So she told me that you're doing cartooning today. The topic for today is cartooning. And I'm an artist and I like to draw cartoons sometimes as well. I grew up drawing cartoons. So Mrs. M thought it'd be good to ask me for a little bit of a change for your class to maybe just show you some of my old work and also just to draw a silly little cartoon at the end and give you a few little tips. So yeah, first things first, I thought I'd show you some of the very old work. Soph's my camera woman for today, so if you want to zoom in, Soph, on some of my work. Oh, very artistic, well done. She's trying to be quiet, like it's all professional. Classic. So this is actually something I did in prep. It might be a bit younger than the age you are now, but I've always loved drawing animals. So maybe I'll read it. No, I won't read it to you. The worm, duck. This is a pink pig. It's very good. So I was about 5 or 6 when I did this. And because I was a little geek, there's a bird. And that's me in bed. It's very good. I always wanted to go and show the principal my work. So she's written a note for me. Dominic, thank you for reading your book to me, Mrs. Gary. No. Okay. And when I was a little bit older, maybe a little bit older than you are now, I was in probably year 7 at school. So I've always loved drawing animals as humans and doing human things. So there's drawing I did when I was about 13 or something. More recently, a couple of giraffes dancing. I actually did this one on my iPad. You guys might draw on iPad sometimes using Procreate. As I said, I love drawing animals doing human things, especially happy human things like dancing. And a couple of rooster and a chicken, looking very fancy. This one's done in pen, and I've done the old-fashioned, like you might do when you make an old treasure map, just the old tea stain on the paper as a background. Mrs. Sloth having a sing, doing some busking on the street. She's not very good because she sings too slow. Poor old Sloth. And dinosaur talent show from about 120 million years ago. There's the dinosaur just pulling a rabbit out of the hat, and there's all the the audience dinosaurs loving Mr. Dinosaur's tricks. I think the main thing with cartooning or any art is Mrs. M probably tells you this all the time. There's no rules with art, especially with drawing and cartooning. I think that definitely applies. Also, don't be too scared to make mistakes. Sometimes mistakes can lead to some of your best ideas. And obviously the most important thing is to have fun. Mrs. M would have told you that 1 million times. So I thought when I was speaking to Mrs. M, I was trying to think of something that I could draw, and I thought I would draw something that I used to draw when I was about your age, maybe in grade 5 or 6 or grade 4, that I used to try and make my friends laugh. And I haven't actually done this drawing for about 25 years. I didn't practice before this or anything, so I thought I'd keep it fresh. But again, going with the theme of animals doing human things, I thought I'd draw an elephant reading a newspaper on the toilet. Everyone, including professional artists and cartoonists, always have a different way, different technique and a different way of starting, but just for some reason, I've always started with the eyes. So I don't know, so if you need to come in closer. Thanks, Mrs. Cameraman. I usually draw on a table just like you would, but just for the sake of the video, I'm just drawing on an easel. Yeah, as I said, I usually start with the eyes. Some people just draw out the head first and then draw the eyes, or some people even start with the feet. Everyone's different. So I'll start with the eyes. Bear with me, please. Be gentle. Here we go. So here's some eyes, big round eyes. And I'll go with the trunk. A little curvy trunk going on. You can probably tell I haven't done this for 25 years. And his head. Can you see that okay? Mrs. Sue?
Yes, all good.
And as I said before, the main thing is to have, especially with cartooning of all the art forms, is to have fun. So the tusks, and what's he doing? He's reading the paper. See, I've already made a mistake because I know I have to draw the news, but that's okay. There's no mistakes in art, as Mrs. M would say. Or what? He's holding the newspaper. I'll just draw it over his trunk. It doesn't really matter. We're all having fun here. I hope you are anyway. And the toilet. He's on the toilet. See, this is definitely not perfect, and that's another thing to remember. There's Mr. Elephant. It's the first one of them. This is history making. First one I've done in about 25 years. Oh, I shouldn't forget his little nails. And there's Mr. Elephant on the toilet reading a newspaper. That's just about it from myself. I'd just like to thank Mrs. M for having me as a guest on an excellent art tutorial, and I hope you all have fun cartooning with her today or tomorrow or whenever you're drawing cartoons, maybe for the rest of your life. Enjoy!